Hello there, welcome to Johnny's Corner. I don't want to say goodbye, but I bid you adieu. See you later next week. No, just kidding. So today, we're so small in Johnny's Corner that we won't be censored from Daft Punk because they don't care. You know, when you get 10 hits, it's not really on the radar. But anyway, I just came here to acknowledge that Johnny's Corner is not dead. You know, I just had a little bit of a health scare and I was unable to attend. Nothing COVID related. No. I had a serial killer and he was stalking me. He saw me on the dark web and he decided to stalk me. There was a big scuffle. Some people died. None of them were innocent. And I'm back. And I got off Murder 1. So none of that is real. But let's do Johnny's Corner. Woohoo! Firewalker! No, not Texas Ranger Walker. Firewalker. But in the same. We got, Chuck Norris here. Looking like a poor man's Dennis Quaid back in the 80s. And, you might have seen him in Delta Force. You might have seen Louis Gossett Jr. in An Officer and a Gentleman with Richard Gere. Or you might have seen him as an alien in Enemy Mine when he was covered in prosthetics. Funny is, that was probably his most moving film. But we'll get on to Enemy Mine another day. Tonight, we're talking about Firewalker. You know, like, what are all these movies? You know, they're always the same. It's like, in my day, it was Brendan Fraser. He was looking for some shit. There was some mummies. Blah, blah, blah. In the 80s, it was Chuck Norris and Louis Gossett Jr. They're looking for some kind of emerald or like some magnet jewel. And they're rolling around in the savannah and they're like, I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm like, dude, we already saw that movie with, Anyways, so this movie's so cool. It's a partner buddy duo combo. You got Louis Gossett with the smart alecky comments, and you got Chuck Norris, bearable comments, but some good action, some good fight scenes, what you expect from the 80s. And media release, we've come to respect media as a good cheesy staple. But anyways, the story involves, after 10 years of life-threatening, money-losing expeditions, these two bums, oh man, the first scene, he fights like a man. But anyways, they're about to call it quits. They've had enough of this bullshit. They're like, their future is like Brendan Fraser's face. Oh my god, that's me. But anyways, a woman appears, Melanie Anderson, the actress no one's ever heard of, and she's cute. So they're both trying to fight for her affection. They're like, yeah, we could take you down wherever you're going, idiot. Chuck Norris is trying to get laid. So they go down to map the long-lost gold hoards of the ancient Aztecs. And dollar signs in their eyes, and a nice, attractive woman. Let's embark on this. So they go to the Guatemala, and it's a lot of silly scenes after silly scene. And then you realize there's supernaturally evil thing part to do with it. And there's some a rebellion with some tribes and free-spirited megalomaniacs, is what I like to call it. But anyways, look at that fucking man. Just look at that. Look at that. They don't make them like they used to. At least the cassette tapes. But check out that film. Alright, what else we got? We're gonna go all day with this video. Got Daft Punk in the background. Punk Daft. So War Dogs. Man, have you ever heard of War Dogs? Okay, so this is just violent fight scene after violent fight scene. In the 80s, this would be considered shock porn or something. It would be banned. There's no way you could sell this to any studio. This movie was a bunch of Czech guys or Russian guys or Ukrainian guys or some kind of guys Eastern European, and they made a movie, and they're like, fuck it, I'm putting 300 grand in this movie, and 300 grand in Czechoslovakia at the time was 20 grand, but still, they made this movie, Soldier Killers for Hire, an explosive action-packed thriller. Like, you know that's not first language. And one man tries to rescue his brother from this mad dog team of killer elites, and he wages a war on them, and they call out the heavy artillery, and it's a violent fight to the death. Pretty much that's where it goes. They're ruthless killing machines, they're hired as assassins. We live in this world where we think, it's just in a movie, but yeah, we're living in this tyranny right now, and these guys want you to live like that. Anyways, War Dogs. Alright, what else we got? Someone shot a poison darter at me. Alright. You really want to laugh at life and just relax a little bit, not take life too seriously? Check out Gary Busey in The Chain. You know, it's kind of familiar to that movie Fled with one of the Baldwins. I can't remember his name. And then there's another movie from the 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s or 100s or 2000s. No, there's a movie from like the 40s or 50s. 50s, excuse me. And two guys fall in a hole, and they're chained together, and they're fucking like, how did we fall in this hole? Why is it raining? Like, we just escaped prison, we fell in this hole, how dumb are we? And they're digging out of the hole. But anyways, that reminded me of that film, and I never saw that movie fully, but I remember that scene, and then I heard about the Baldwin film, and then I was like, Chain, it's kind of like that. So this one takes place in South America. It starts off horrible. It starts off with like a shitty actor hanging out with Gary Busey, and they're in clown suits, and they're trying to take down this criminal, and they fuck it up. So the first 15 minutes, you might turn that movie off. You'd be like, this is unwatchable, it's unbearable. But if you surpass that 15 initial minutes, you will find one of the goofiest, funniest, silliest, feel-good, buddy, cop, help-out South American refugee movies you ever saw. And so I highly involved myself with this movie because I've been in jail. It sucks. I never had to be tied to Gary Busey, so in itself that is enough. But check that out. Chain. Alright. Alright, rest in peace, Sidney Poitier. He was in The Organization. So this movie is below the radar, absolutely. You watch this movie and you're like, fuck, I need to watch the whole thing. See one clip of this, doesn't matter. You're gonna want to watch it. I'm not gonna tell you anything about this film other than the CIA or whatever trying to stop one of their own agents. They wrote The Bourne Identity because of films like this. But anyways, check it out. The Organization, Sidney Poitier. He's rest in peace, and he's a legend. And then we got Brian Bosworth in Stone Cold. Not Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stoner! No, we're talking about Brian Bosworth, big motherfucker. Not really an actor, just really a crazy motherfucker in this time of wrestling and 80s action and Roadhouse. And just like, I'm Brian Bosworth, I'm bigger than anyone, and I'll beat the shit out of you. So, check out this biker movie. Probably the best biker movie ever made. They definitely made Roadhouse to copy this, but anyways, check it out. Ryan Bosworth, Lance Henriksen's in this. I think not Tom Sizemore, Michael Madsen's in this before he turned into a psycho. And great action, great cinematography, car flips, you name it. Check it out, Ryan Bosworth. Alright. one more movie. Alright, perfect. So, this is a movie you've never seen before. I'd be surprised if you have, and if you have, that's probably why you're watching. So this is called Tough Enough! So this is a boxing movie. This is with, what's his name? He's an enemy of mine with Louis Gossett Jr. I don't know why I can't remember, but let me read. His brother has fled the country. What the fuck's his name? Anyways. Such a good movie, 1983. Two buddies, Louis Gossett Jr. and I'm fucking up this movie, so I'm just gonna say Tough Enough. Check it out, dude. I got a book box, mint condition copy of this movie because I wanted a nice, perfect issue collection piece. That's how good this movie is. CBS Fox, and yeah, check it out. Tough Enough. Dennis Quaid. Oh my God, there. Dennis Quaid is the lead star. He's like a young, white, pale Rocky, and he does music and everything, and it's just a fun movie. Check it out. Tough Enough. Well, since I had so much dead air, if you're here already, let's switch it up. If you're still here, if you're still watching, let's go back to the horror genre, okay? So, the epic zombie shocker. Let sleeping corpses lie. Okay, so let sleeping corpses lie. Don't fuck with the dead. You know, zombies. Don't fuck with the dead. Alright, so let sleeping corpses die. Horrible name for a film. Epic zombie movie. I've talked to many enthusiasts in the genre. None of them have heard of this. When I show it to them, they absolutely love it. So the premise of this film is pretty much good because it's still 70s, late 70s, but they make it clear like it's personal, you know, it's about a personal story. You know, you can't have a story without the people. So in this film, there's a funeral. Someone dies. Why is he walking around? How could that be possible? He's not walking around, you're a widow, and then it kills a bunch of people. A zombie, right? So it has that feel back in the day. There's some creepy scenes in the cemetery, the mortuary, and they got that classic horror feel when, you know, if you've ever had a bad dream, it's always like you can't walk, you can't run, you're crawling up. If I can get over this hill, I'll be safe. It's always like panic, you know? If you've ever had a bad dream, if you've ever watched a horror movie, the key element is panic. If I get around this corner, if I get up this hill, I'll be safe. And we can't move. You're stuck. You're stuck with the fear. So that they really capitalize on that with this film, where you are you feeling that, like, oh my God! But it's a crazy feeling. And find out later it's like something to do with society. You know, like a chemical, like you think of global warming or something like that, like a power plant that's making these reanimation of corpses. So check out this one. Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. Beautiful film. Fucking edge of your seat. Remarkable zombie film. Check that out. We'll keep it going all day. Shout out to all the RoboCop movies, Peter Weller 1, 2, and the weird guy in 3. Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead, what a fucking revolutionary zombie movie, now that we're on the topic. Okay, so this was banned almost in every country, except maybe South Africa was like, I don't care. It was banned in the UK, most of Europe, Eastern Europe didn't care. Australia banned it. Canada banned it for like 5 years, and then was like, we have worse shit than this. and America didn't care, but they had like a. They did care, but they had a theatrical version. So this copy is a really cool copy, collector's edition. Look at that, creepy, quadruple creepy, Sancta Creepia. But it came with every version, like band version, edited version, director's cut, 10 years later version. So this was a good grab. So yeah, we got the US theatrical version. We have documentaries about the film. We have European version, and we have extended version. Now, the funny thing about this film is that the theatrical version is probably more entertaining because they cut out a lot of bullshit. The European and extended version, every version had too much at the beginning. Broadcasters, they're trying to make sure to let the audience know life as you know it is over, blah blah blah. But it was too long. I think I enjoyed the US version more because they cut out a lot of the beginning bullshit, and then but the extended version had all the good effects. So we need to make an updated extended version, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong if there's another one that I'm not aware of. But the Ultimate Edition, I got this. It's like $60 when I bought it new, but I'm sure it's the same price now. Good shit. And I don't have anything else left, but maybe I'll just give you one pick to think about later. Alright? Alright. If you're into science fiction, if you're into weird shit, hey, if you're into old men and fucking thongs, Zardoz! Sean Connery wearing a gorilla suit. I don't know what the fuck he's doing in here, but he's a hairy motherfucker. And it's kind of got like that 1984 William feel, which, you know, I love. But Zardoz, I've watched it about 4 times, and it does get better with age, but that's not saying much. Anyways, have a good night. Check out Zardoz. Zardoz rules. $22.93. At least they didn't say $19.95. Alright, see you later, guys.